After many frustrating attempts to import Eve prices into my Excel spreadsheet, I have discovered a very simple way to get it done, thanks to a YouTube video created by Trump Excel titled Import Data from Web in Excel Using Power Query. I'm going to explain how to apply this technique to importing current prices from Eve into a spreadsheet where I analyze the trends of prices as well as the profitability of various planetary interaction processes. This technique can be applied to many other aspects of Eve, for example, industrial manufacturing. To begin with, let me explain my particular process so that you can understand what I am trying to do. You can then transfer that thinking into your own projects. I had done planetary interaction extraction of base materials and refining them into higher tier products, but found that process to be too labor intensive, as I had to go into planetary view to check and restart the extraction cycles, usually repositioning the extraction heads for highest yield, and it was just too much trouble. Instead, I have decided to produce Tier 3 and Tier 4 products from purchased Tier 2 and Tier 3 items respectively. I have set up a total of 6 planets, each built to produce one particular T3 or T4 item. Because Eve's PI interface is a royal pain in the butt, it takes a lot of clicking to change the products from one type to another. Therefore, I do it only if the new product shows a lot of promise to make it worth my while. Here you see a typical planet setup with 24 or 22 facilities and 2 launch pads. The number of facilities depends on the size of the planet as well as your power and CPU availability. I do not need any storage units as the launch pads are sufficient. This lets me fly into the systems to deliver the input materials to the customs office and retrieve the finished output from the launch pads via the customs office. I don't need to spend more than about 1 minute by each customs office, and I'm using my Epithel hauler to get it done. This next diagram shows you an overview of the whole system. This is entirely offline. There's no need to be logged into Eve. I have all the items I want to price in the summary table on the sum worksheet, and I copy that into Eve Appraisal. I just select the cells in column B and then do a paste in the white box in Eve Appraisal. From there, I copy the prices into the data table from the web in the spreadsheet, and the data is copied to the summary table. The individual commodity detail sheets capture that pricing data and calculate the planetary production costs, the import-export fees, and sales taxes to establish the net profit for that particular run. A chart for each commodity shows me the trend and whether the profit is positive or a loss. So with this overview of the process, let's see how this is done. I start by opening Eve Appraisal and my spreadsheet. In the spreadsheet, I go to the summary table that is in the sum worksheet and highlight the items in column B and then click Control C. This is for Windows. Use Command C on a Mac, for example. In this video, I will just use the Windows terminology. I then go to Eve Appraisal, and in the white box, I click Control V to paste those items, and then I click on the Submit button. Once the selected prices are populated, I go to the URL in the browser and highlight the URL and click Control C. Then I return to my spreadsheet and go to an empty worksheet. It doesn't really matter, but I do that to avoid any accidental damage to data in the other worksheets. I click on the Data ribbon tab and select From Web. In the open window, I then click Ctrl-V to paste the Eve Praisal URL and click OK. After a while, that will bring up this new window with a list of all the data tables that are in the website of the URL you copied. Eve Praisal creates only one table titled Table 0. If you go to any other website, it doesn't matter what, it may have multiple data tables in it and you would see each of them listed. Now at this point, you have the option to modify or adjust the data. It's in the transform option in that window, but there's no need to do that for our purpose. I select load, and after a few seconds a new worksheet is created with the imported data. This data becomes the source of a VLOOKUP function in Excel. For that purpose, I do three things. I delete column A and then delete columns D and E. I select column C, and in the Data tab in the ribbon, I select Text to Columns. There's no need to adjust anything, so I simply click on Finish. And 3, I highlight the whole table, including the first row with the titles, and click on the Sort tool in the ribbon. Next, I highlight the sorted data without the titles this time. This is important as the titles cause some undesired effects. I go to the Eve PriceX worksheet and paste the data into that table. Because the data from the web import creates a new worksheet each time, this Eve PriceX provides a fixed basis for the VLOOKUP, as you will see. The moment the new data is copied into this worksheet, the prices are captured in the Sum worksheet. I then go to the Sum worksheet and scroll to the top, where I can see the new ROI in column E. Next, I select cells H3 to P24 and click Ctrl-C. I then select cell G3 and click Ctrl-V. This will shift the last 9 columns, 1 column to the left, and make room for a new 10th column with a new set of data in column P. Then I highlight the new ROIs in cells E4 to E24 and click Ctrl-C. I then select cell P4 and click Alt-ESV to paste the values. This is important because column E contains references to various worksheets, and those get destroyed if you move them to another cell, such as 1 column to the left, as I mentioned a moment ago. Now let us look at a typical commodity worksheet. At this point, this tutorial on importing prices is complete. The rest of this video describes how I analyze and manage the planetary production. Here I have selected synthetic synapses to illustrate all the other commodities work the same way. In the top area, I have set up the commodity composition. To make synthetic synapses, I need supertensile plastics and test cultures. The costs per unit are captured from the latest data import into the Sum worksheet, as we have discussed above. Column G sets the number of planets I am producing this item and the number of factories, 22 in this case, that I have on that particular planet. For this T3 item, each 1 hour run in a factory produces 3 units from the 10 units each of the imported T2s. Cell G5 shows the total units produced for the duration of the hours, which are indicated in cell B16. And I like to use 24-hour runs so I can come in here every day to harvest the new products. The green area shows the total output quantities, the total costs, taxes, and fees, and the current selling price. The selling price is also captured from the latest data import into the sum worksheet. The profit percent is copied over to the sum worksheet as the ROI in column E. The yellow area calculates the import-export fees when you transfer items in the customs office, as well as the sales taxes. These will depend on the level of security of the system where your planets are and the tax rates where you sell the items. The salmon-colored area shows the CPU and power requirements of the various planetary facilities to help me design the PI structures. It does not factor into the profit calculations. It's just a handy set of data. It does show the volume, the M3, of the imports and the product, and I need that to assess how much my epithel can handle in a planetary commodities hold. The blue area shows the quantities required for each planet to support the run duration that is in cell B16. It also shows the amount to transfer to each launch pad. Having this information handy tells me quickly how much T2 to buy, and then how to split it up per launch pad when I'm at the planet. The purple area captures the latest 10 ROIs from the sum worksheet, and that data is plotted in the chart. The x-axis dates come from row 3 in the sum worksheet. The three primary adjustments I generally make in these commodity worksheets are the number of planets where I produce this item, the number of factories I have installed on that planet, and the duration of the run before I plan to come back to harvest the products. I hope you found this tutorial helpful.